The project I chose for my final Coetail course was a Year 8 unit called Reluctant Revolutionary. This is a semester-long project centered on the life of Martin Luther, the Reformation, with elements of the Renaissance. There are a number of reasons why I chose this particular unit. Firstly, Year 8 is a non-board class and would give me greater freedom to experiment with tech tools and pedagogy. Secondly, as I had developed the unit using the UBD model in an earlier Coetail course, it offered a great opportunity to evolve the unit further using my new skills. Finally, I felt confident that the activities in the unit would lend themselves to student-centered learning. The goals for this unit are taken from the UK National Curriculum. These are: number 1, to encourage an understanding of the diverse experiences, ideas, beliefs and attitudes of people from the past. Number 2, to analyse the causes and consequences of the Reformation. Number 3, to consider the significance of Luther and how he shaped the world. And finally, number 4, to understand how and why historians form different interpretations of the same event. The net standards included the use of technology to enhance learning, increase productivity and promote creativity. The use of technology to collaborate in constructing creative works. And the use of technology to locate and evaluate a range of sources.
So here are some of my Year 8 students being creative.
Luther's friends, when they got to know that he was being a heretic, since they were mostly monks, he kind of lost a lot of friends. And people...
He's superior, Johann won't stop it. Try to comfort him, saying just stop worrying and love God. That didn't work on Luther's poor soul. So instead...
is a gift of God's grace, received by faith alone. It was this that led him openly questioning.
And I'll become a monk. The storm subsided, and he was saved. The decision to become a monk was a difficult one, and greatly disappointed by his father.
But his friend persuaded. While Luther was studying Bible in Latin, Greek, and Hebrew, he discovered a revelation. He discovered that to receive salvation, you just have to put out your empty hands and receive this gift God wanted you to receive. Luther started to believe that you don't need the institution of the church, you don't need the intercession of the priests, you don't need the great papal ceremonies to get to heaven. He believed that this religion was not about you and the church, but about you and God.
To achieve the goals and standards, I decided to front-load the whole unit and all the resources that went with it, which included links, videos and learning materials, onto Moodle, which is the school's learning platform. This meant there was open access for students at any place and any time, and it also allowed me to share with teachers the topic in its entirety. However, the main objective for front-loading was really to flip the classroom, which is not as easy as it may sound. Whilst some may argue that Moodle is a content repository, and asking students to use it at home is no different to asking students to read a textbook, I see at least two important differences. The first is its versatility in offering multimedia content, and the second is its potential in promoting student collaboration outside the classroom. The tech tools which I used in class were nothing really out of the ordinary, but in a school where laptops are booked prior to the lesson and may not always be guaranteed, they proved novel and exciting to the students. In some cases, there was definitely transformative use of technology, but in others, the role of technology was actually secondary to the overall strategy of flipping the classroom.
What are you doing? I'm putting the dates for the first thermometer by Galileo.
Vida, what are you doing?
I'm just arranging the dates.
You're putting the dates in order, and then what are you going to do?
I'm going to match the events with the dates, basically on the net.
And it's very fun.
Do you not normally research? Is that something that you don't really do?
No, but we don't research this much.
So why is the research necessary? How am I forcing you to do the research?
Because we can't. There are no books in this room, so we can't do it with books, and we're not that smart that we know every single date.
And how would you construct the timeline if you didn't have the interactive timeline?
We probably have to like draw it.
No, we drew it.
But that's not how a timeline looks.
Yeah, but it's a page.
So do you prefer drawing your own timeline or using
I think at the end it's actually faster if you draw it. Like if you do it like this, it's faster, I find.
What if you find that you haven't left enough space between the years and you've got lots of dates to add? What happens then?
Then you have a problem.
Yeah, then
Google Docs, Atlas and Moodle all helped me share various elements of this unit, such as the UBD, assignments and multimedia stimulus. Sharing the YouTube links helped to share students' work. However, it was the creation and publication of this production that actually showcased the whole thing, with its rationale and potential. So, what happens next? I'm going to take full advantage of the opportunities that flipping can offer. Clearly, there will be lots of trial and error ahead, but the potential is enormous. Take, for example, the endless lessons taken up watching each other's PechaKuchas. The next time we create presentations, students will produce, record and publish their PechaKuchas so that others can peer mark each other's creations, in much the same way that we are doing for this Coetail project. Year 8 felt so good about their experience and learning that they led a cross-phase speed geeking exercise for the Year 6. And this is what happened.
It all came to decline. They weren't kicked out. They were all slowly.
I asked you any questions you can't answer yet.